I think the British economy is not heading in a good direction at the moment. I think, it's too much austerity. It stands too much still.
It's clearly been a very slow recovery, no question about that. And part of the problem is that the economy has been unable to rebalance. Basically, in 2012, the growth was at 0.25%. That's clearly very poor. And we've seen some good indicators recently. For example, purchasing indicators have been looking good. Consumer confidence seems to be going up. But all said and done, the recovery is still going to be very weak and slow. We project a recovery of growth of about less than 1% in 2013. Eventually, for the UK economy to grow, you need to have a rebalancing. And that means slowing down public consumption and having greater private demand.
One of the big problems here is the reliance on the financial sector. Too much reliance on the financial sector that gives way too little to growing the economy.
Well, the UK, if you look at the exports of goods and services, the UK economy was relying a lot on export of financial services. Now, clearly that's taken a beating over the crisis. So going forward, exports have to be diversified, and the UK economy has to rely more on other kinds of exports, not just on financial services exports. And that's tied to how investment picks up in the UK economy.
The problem is that austerity cuts demand out of the economy, whereas what we actually need is a mass programme of investment. Government needs to spend money.
If you abstract from the near term, and focus more on medium-term growth, I think it's very important to have certain kinds of structural reforms which can give a boost to the economy. And what do I mean by these reforms? Improving the skills base of the UK economy so that they can export more. That's important. Having better infrastructure, I think that's very important both for exports and for domestic demand. Third thing is improving competition or having increasing competition in the banking sector. The UK economy is the economy where there's a lot of concentration in the banking sector, which means that a lot of investment doesn't get the kind of support, the credit support it should be getting. And for innovation and long-term growth, it's important that there's greater competition in the banking sector. So these are areas where, in addition to monetary and fiscal policies, emphasis has to be placed for the medium term.